Hello and welcome to the Integrated Rehab and Performance Podcast. My name is Dr. Nick Curtis and I'm running the show here at the Integrated Rehab and Performance Center. Today we are doing a video podcast with Coach Wyatt from Trivium, CrossFit Trivium in Nashville, Tennessee, or Brentwood, Tennessee. We are at the Nippers Corner location. We are doing a workout where we learn a little bit more about Coach Wyatt, where he kind of comes from, some of his training history, and then we get put through a pretty interesting workout, I'd say an eye-opening workout on my behalf. That is programmed specifically for him, that he has working with a coach himself that, again, programmed specifically for him and his needs. And I just got to come along for the ride today. So it was an interesting one this Tuesday. It was, again, eye-opening, I think is the best way to put it. We discussed a little bit about a bit of his history, and what we don't mention is what me and Wyatt are working on specifically. So Wyatt is a patient of mine, a performance patient more so than anything else. Any pain that pops up we deal with, but otherwise we're mostly working on some specific mobility things as well as some areas of stability and knee disability that we've discovered. So on top of what he works on with the programming he has directly sent to him, what we work on, we've done a full kind of 12-session program, and now we're on kind of a more of a maintenance / performance program that we meet about once a month now. But the session that we had that morning, we had been working on his overhead mobility. We've been working on his ability to catch heavy snatches comfortably in the bottom of that snatch position without shifting too much, without his heels having to come off the ground, and then everything that is involved with that. So a brief kind of overview of that process has been working on his pelvic positioning, trying to bring that back to neutral to give those hips as much space as possible, working on the hips themselves to improve specifically his internal rotation actually on his right side, and to give him access to shift into that side, or which in reality is just him getting a little bit more neutral. And we've come a long way on that. And then his upper body mobility, which again, when we're restricted in like the thoracic spine, shoulders, anything that's limiting us from being comfortable with that barbell overhead, it's going to show up in different places, right? So priority is keeping that center of mass. And if we can't get the upper body in that position, it will mimic a proper overhead position at the expense of the lower body getting out of a position, right? So that is that heel starting to pop up. So beyond working on the pelvis, the hip, the ankle itself, and teaching how to shift into that hip and some of the cueing for that, as well as turning on specific muscles like the right side adductors or groin muscles, being able to push out of that left glute, things like that. We also need to work on that upper body to make sure that that is not the thing that is pushing that lower body out of its position, right? So today we'll just show a brief, quick video of some of the things that we do in a typical session. Again, it's very specific to the person in front of us and the goals, but this is what a kind of late stage rehab and performance session might look like, or like that maintenance or continued performance programming looks like. And beyond that, he gets programming from me, which is very specific to mobility, stability, and feel. So certain movements to feel things in certain spots is which is really important. And then again, he gets his programming from his coach as well, which he mentions here in the podcast. So I'll show you a quick video of some highlights from just a normal treatment session, and then we will dive into that video podcast where we learn a little bit more about Wyatt, and we get to see a pretty grueling workout. So let's dive in. All right, Wyatt,
Yes.
what are we doing today?
All right. So we got a little fun monostructural conditioning. So every 6 minutes, 24 minutes. We got 20 cal ski and do 16 double dumbbell push press with 50s.
Okay, I actually didn't hear this yet.
And then
I actually didn't know what we were doing. So
yes,
we're doing
yeah. So
20 cal ski.
20 cal ski, pretty
Okay.
aggressive. And do 16 double dumbbell push press. So that's 16 both at the same time.
Yeah.
And then 8 box jumps. So at a 30. So we'll flip this over. It's 24 right now. Put on the tallest side. And it's a box jump, so we're not going over. We'll jump on top, stand up, come down, and then 8 bar muscle ups.
Whew.
So
Every 6 minutes for 24 minutes?
very, very froggy workout.
Okay, fun.
Yeah.
What's our warm-up?
Warm-up wise, what we're looking at is, so I got ergs out for us. We're going to start on the ski, 2 minutes, just nice, easy warm-up pace. We can cut that down to a minute, maybe less than that. So 1 to 2 minutes on the ski, warm-up, 1 to 2 on the erg, warm-up, then 1 minute ski, 1 minute erg, both high effort. So basically warm-up, high effort, high effort. Then we got 2 sets, just 6 alternating box step-ups, 20-second handstand hold, 10 kip swings. So 2 sets of that. And the last part of it is just 2 sets, just basically going through 5 cal ski, 5 double dumbbell push press, 3 box jumps at the weight, and 3 bar muscle ups. And then just maybe 30 seconds to a minute of a moderate erg between. And so with that last one, if you're not at your 50s, we could go 35s. In the second set, you go to 50s. Just that way you've at least touched everything before we start.
Gotcha. All right, lead the way. What do we got first? Ski?
All right, skis first. So let's do 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, let's just do a minute each.
Now, why are we doing this workout? Who wrote this? Someone you want to give a shout out to?
Yes. So Functional Versatility is my coach. He's a genius. Hamilton Bronex.
Hamilton.
Based out of, he's basically just north of Atlanta, but used to be a TTT guy. So train think tank for those people who know that. But really fit. But he does all my programming. He currently full-time coaches me and another friend of mine named Davis, who's also he's fitter than I am. But so he does both of us. But he'll like write the program just for me. So unlike some, I'm not going to name programs.
Sure.
Mine is like just mine. So it's really good.
The Wyatt program. And I get to benefit from the Wyatt program today.
Yes. Gotcha. So we got 1 minute, just nice and easy.
What sort of things are you working on that's programmed in for today?
So right now I'm doing a ton of conditioning on Tuesdays. So like we'll do basically big pieces of work like gymnastics. It'll be like, let's say 8 reps today, bar muscle ups. Well, stimulus for me is like I need to go unbroken on all the bar muscle ups.
Yeah.
And so he's working on me getting used to pacing in a way that I can go unbroken or hold big sets of certain movements to eventually be able to just go unbroken on everything.
Yeah.
Or be able to begin to increase my pace. Because for me, like a big problem is sometimes it can come out too hard, or I like have big fall-offs on workouts, depending on what the movements are.
Well, I've seen that before.
Yes, you have seen that
when
before.
I make my move.
Yes, it is. Yeah, like for instance, like we'll do, if you and I did, toes to bar is a good example. If we had a toes to bar workout, that's a workout where you could definitely just crush me because it's just a big hole. And so I've done a ton of toes to bar workouts where it's like I have to hold 15 unbroken over and over again. So that the next time you and I work out, I crush you.
That's right. So I
now
can't take advantage of your weaknesses.
Exactly. Trying to get rid of those weaknesses.
Well, so long as we keep doing workouts without barbell in them, I'll hang in there.
Well, we got those double 50s, so I think I got you today.
That's right. That'll slow me down.
That and ski. I think I probably can produce more power than ski.
I'm sure that's
I've also
true.
just been working on it a lot.
And physics.
Yes.
Simply
Yeah, how much do you weigh?
physics. It's classified.
I have like a couple pounds on you.
160. 160 at the moment.
160. Yeah, dude, I have 30 pounds on you. So
that's a difference maker.
it is. You gotta put some meat on your bones.
So
When you go back to the ski, let's do. I'm gonna change up a little bit. We're gonna do 30 seconds
I like it.
fast on both. Just kind of speeding this up.
Mhm.
The same stimulus.
Yeah, let's do it.
Slip. Last time on the Eric, same thing.
So who is Wyatt? Where do you come from?
I'm from South Georgia, Columbus, Georgia. The only true Columbus.
Okay. Fair enough.
Not Columbus, Ohio, or all the other Columbuses. But yeah, so from Columbus, went to Georgia for college. And after college, decided to move up here. I work remote normally. So I have a full-time job, and it's not CrossFit.
Yeah.
So I work in tech, which is cool. More like on the AI implementation side than like tech project management. So it's me and my nerds all day,
That's right.
which is cool.
It's nice to be the strongest guy in the room, huh?
Well, yeah. In my team's meeting,
Yeah.
definitely the strongest guy in my team's meeting. All right, so you get 2 sets, 6 alternating box step-ups, then 20 seconds handstand hold, 10 kip swings.
Very good. When did you start doing CrossFit?
So funny story. For those who like follow Trivium, I just actually a video of my coach interviews came out. I started CrossFit. So when I was 15, I had a small group leader who had his L1, and he just one summer invited us to come, and I was like, holy crap, this is the most fun thing we've ever done.
I see.
All right, we got 20-second handstand hold. For the sake of the mic, you may want to tuck your shirt.
Done this before, huh?
So I had a coach who, basically I did that first workout and I was like, oh my God, I'm so hooked. And prior to that, I went to the YMCA, but I could not bench press 135.
Yep.
I honestly hated it. I didn't know what to do. I was like that skinny kid who was I don't know, going around and oh, maybe I'll do this a little bit. Maybe today I'll try this.
Trying to find,
Not really knowing what to do. What was the last one? 10 kip swings? Yeah, 10 kip swings. Yeah, I just didn't know what to do. Never felt comfortable in the gym. Then I did this. And I was like, this is the most fun thing ever.
Now, were you playing other sports?
Yeah, so I played high-level soccer growing up, and then my background's running.
I see.
So my mom's run Boston twice,
Oh,
long distance runner.
I didn't know you were a runner.
Yeah, so I used to coach running before any of this.
I see.
When I started CrossFit, before I started, I context, I'm cut down a little bit, I'm 191, 192 now.
Yeah.
Same height when I started, I was 150. Yeah, so it works, let me tell you.
So it's possible, yeah.
It's possible for all you skinny 5'9".
So you're saying
white guys
I can
out
get
there.
to 190?
You definitely can. And it all comes at once. That's one thing is gaining muscle, it's weird. I feel like it just comes in random bouts or strength programs.
Now, nutrition-wise, did you intentionally go through bulk and cut?
No.
So you never had
Nope.
to, say, put on a couple extra pounds that you didn't want, so you just kind of went pure muscle the whole way?
Yep. So I like doing my own nutrition. Never paid anyone to do it. They have my PNL1,
Yep.
All that good stuff. But I honestly, I hate coaching nutrition and I hate programming. So I only do it for a select few people.
I see.
So if we're really close, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do your nutrition. But
What is it about nutrition that you hate coaching?
I just have a lot going on already. So it's having to keep in touch with someone every day like that.
Yep.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's if I don't want to do it, I want to do it right.
Yeah.
And so it's just if you do it right, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Did you play college soccer?
No, I had a couple offers to play soccer, but a lot of people don't know this. So how college, at least soccer works, it's year-to-year scholarship. So if you're like not starting, you're out.
Yeah.
And I did pretty well on my SAT, so I had a full ride to Georgia. So I was like, all right, well,
Fair enough.
I'll go here.
Yeah,
So
I like it. Apparently, you're pretty smart.
not just another pretty face.
Yeah.
Yeah, undercover nerd. All right, that last section, I think we're going to bar muscle ups. So if you have grips, you go in and grab them. So started CrossFit when I was 15. And then from there, I just did classes for so long. And I didn't start doing competitive training until college, really. I guess senior high school, I worked with a weightlifting coach. It's one of those things where like you just kind of run into people who are like, want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just ran into the right people.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Columbus, Georgia, so like Fort Benning's right there. And so like we always had games athletes. Like Chandler Smith came down for a while, so I trained with him in middle school.
Jeez.
So I thought like everyone had games athletes.
Yeah.
I just thought that was normal. I like didn't realize like that was a big thing.
And then you came down here to Trivium and you got more of the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then even when I was in Athens, like, I mean, there were games level athletes. So.
What have you identified as your big weaknesses over the years? Have they changed?
Definitely. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't really know what I'm good at. Some people are like, oh yeah, I'm so great at this. I can't really point at something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm great at this. I feel like I'm pretty mediocre at everything. And I'm just bad at certain things.
Gotcha. All right. Humble man.
Like I definitely gotten better. Like not to say I haven't gotten way better, but all right, got 2 sets, 5 cal ski, 5 double dumbbell push press, 3 box jumps out of 30, 3 bar muscle ups. So,
how many cal ski?
5, just 5 cals. And it's just like kind of on your own time. Five of those.
When you first started CrossFit, what was the big thing you had to work on? Just about everything. Was it more the technical movements? Was it
everything.
Strength stuff?
I'd never done lifting. I barely lifted. The only thing I was good at when I started was running. I literally had to work on everything. I remember like my big triumph when I first started was I YouTubed how to double under.
Oh, there you go.
And I'd work on it for hours.
Yep.
And so I taught myself double unders when I was like 15.
Yeah.
But like that's how I got good at them. It's like got a heavier rope. Speed ropes just weren't really a thing.
Yeah.
Got a heavier rope, and I just watched Matt Chandler, I think it was his name, on the video. He's like an old games athlete. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this every day. I would come home with whip marks.
We've all been there.
So what?
We've all been there. It's about the age that I learned to double under. I think my garage, same idea.
Yeah. And it wasn't like I was good. Like I couldn't do a ton of them, but I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Yep.
I learned this movement. I think I guess one strength I've always had, it's like I've always had a big deadlift. Like I think like even in high school, like I could deadlift 4 or 5.
Yeah, good for you. At 150, huh?
At 1, it's like 60, yeah. Could deadlift 4 or 5. But like it'd be like my 1 rep. But I still remember the day that like I cleaned 225, squat cleaned it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the best thing in my life.
Yeah.
Like I am a games athlete.
That's right. Hey, you had potential. Another round of that?
Yeah, just one more. And then we'll be ready to start. Yeah, no. remember one thing I was really bad at. It took me years to figure out how to butterfly pull up.
How to what?
Butterfly pull up.
Ah.
And then it's like gymnastics. I self-taught myself how to bar muscle up and bring muscle up on the same day.
There you go. It's efficient.
Another one, I think I YouTubed the movement, and like I just practiced this one hip hop drill, and I got them both on the same day. Like did ring muscle ups in a workout. I also like didn't weigh anything.
Yeah, that helps.
So it was so super easy. And then there's a few years like after that, like I couldn't do them anymore.
See.
Like I went from like being able to do them to like not being able to do them all. So
you're gonna have to show us that drill. Do you remember it?
Yeah. I've taught it a couple times. It's literally just like kind of lay on the ground. And it was literally me just kind of like this. So like learning how to use my hips to pop up.
Yeah. Good. That's a nice little nugget.
It's definitely better drills, but in like 2000, whatever it was.
Yep.
That was like the best out there.
Before YouTube had advertisements on it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day, like, no one shared their programming. Like Mayhem, like all these that wasn't a thing. Like it was just, you'd see a games athlete, like, you just be like, oh wow, they worked out 5 times in a day.
Yeah.
I guess I will never do that.
Yeah, it's their whole life.
And I think people are kind of finding out now, it's like, you don't have to have all that volume all the time. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, are we doing this thing?
Yeah, let me write it down on a board for us.
Before we start, as coach here at Trivium, what have you noticed are some of my weaknesses?
Strength.
So overall
You just need
strength.
to get stronger.
Yeah.
That's the big thing is like, you see people who like come in and get really good, like a football player. It's like, if you can deadlift 400, a 225 deadlift's not that heavy.
That's right.
Even if you have the best technique, if your deadlift max 245, you're not going to do well on a 225 deadlift workout for reps.
That's right. And
so I think for you, strength. Some gymnastic movements, your flow needs to be better.
Yeah, okay, efficiency.
It's the big thing people disconnect is like with weightlifting, you want to be like tight. With gymnastics, like it's more of like a flow. It's more you're loose and like you're letting the movement move throughout your body.
I'd even say these bar muscle ups are quite rigid. They almost look like hybrid.
Yeah, like if you watch mine, like it's like that concept of it's literally just physics. This is the nerd of me coming out, but it's like this is a frontal, this is a plane. The more you get on the front side of the plane, it's like, I mean, that's what I tell people, it's like a rubber band. It's like the more you're on this side of the plane, the more tension you're building up, that has to go somewhere. And if you're good enough, like you can let that tension move through your body, that's what springs you over.
I see.
The same with like, I can just show you.
Yeah, show us a couple.
Like bar muscle, if you watch the front, you get a huge swing, and then just transferring that weight. That's why I can almost lock out.
Yeah.
Toes were the same way. It's that front.
Yeah. Now, let me show you what my muscle up and toes bar look like, because I got a feeling they looked a lot more strict than yours, which is not ideal. But again, as I come through here,
yeah.
The same thing with the toes bar.
I think this toes to bar is great. It's just that, like having it strict like that, it's good toes to bar. It's just that once you're tired, you can't keep.
That's right. And I think that's why I catch up to you on toes to bar. I got enough endurance that I can get away with it for now, but they're quick.
Yeah.
Right. But they're not as efficient as.
Yeah. If I was getting faster, on toes to bar, I'd do that.
That's all I know how to. That's how I know how to do them. I don't even know how to slow them down.
Yeah.
I keep a lot of tension.
Bar muscle up. I think when you come down, you need to let yourself go forward more.
Yeah, just slow it down a little bit.
I mean, you don't have to necessarily slow down, but it's more of like it's like you're weightless here for a second and then popping over.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the rhythm would be like here, over, here.
Gotcha.
But there's like a slow down and over.
Yeah.
Like explosive movement, it's all here.
Let's see if I can do that real quick.
There, here. Still a big swing. Right here. Yep. And that looked much better.
Yeah.
But it feel better?
Yeah, just taking an extra second to let yourself.
Yeah, and that's
that
also
full
where you can catch your breath.
Yeah.
You get in your next one.
Gotcha.
Like 2 points to rest. I guess really the best point to rest is breath here.
Yeah.
Controlled here, explode. This is explosive area.
Yep.
Controlled.
We'll see how many reps I can get in like that during today before they revert back to.
Yeah, I would say this is a really tough
A lot
workout.
of muscle ups.
I don't know how well I'm gonna be doing this with either.
We'll let you write it down and we'll get to work. All right, that sucked. How'd you do?
I did pretty well. Huge fall off on the bike. It like crushed me. I did pretty good.
You're 48 on the first one?
I have 50.
50?
So I went
43?
50, 43, 30, 31 on the cows.
For a
Ended.
total of 104.
But during the workout, I mean, I stayed unbroken the whole time.
That was the goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. 42, 29, 12. Total of 83.
Yeah. 154.
You had about 70 on me there.
Yeah.
That's about as expected.
Yeah. I mean, I've been practicing this stuff, so.
First round was good.
Yeah, you like were right there with me. I was like, dang.
And on the bike, I
swear
could
if
tell
he beats me.
you were gonna squeak out a couple more calories.
Yeah, I was watching your cows. You were like 100 or just under me. I was like, all right, if he's under me the first round, I got him.
Yeah. Second round, it all fell apart. Just trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
Got 30 on the bike. Broke up the dumbbells. Broke up the snatches. Yeah. I don't know. The muscle snatch, the barbell snatches the bar snatches felt good. The muscle ups felt good. Felt fatigued. But it was my breathing. It jacked up my breathing, so I was like, I gotta slow these down.
Yeah. I just knew if I dropped every time you drop, it's like a 30-second add-on.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if I need to, I don't know. I was like, if I jump up here, something we work on is like just take more time resting before you start to make sure you can go unbroken.
Smart. Yeah.
And so I'd like, I just knew like we would get off the ski sometimes at the same time, but I was like, all right, I'd get off like maybe 10 seconds before you. And I was like, all right, I've got to pick up these dumbbells and start and finish them entirely before he stops or starts.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I can get 1 movement ahead of him, once you get to the boxes, I was like, all right, by the time he gets to the boxes, I'll do my muscle ups.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're doing all that unbroken, that's impressive stuff.
Well, for the dumbbell stuff, in my head I was like, 16 is really just if you can just do 6, then 4, then 6 in your head. It's way more digestible. So I just every time I was like, all right, I'll do 6. I was like, all right, just give me 4 more. And I was like, all right, well I only have 6 left now, so it's just 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. I consider doing something somewhere where once you get to time, just pushing through with that last 6, which you could have done. But it's like, what's going to be the aftermath on that box? And getting off the ski.
Yeah. Well,
like
I was after round 1. I was like, I know I'm not going to fail a push press. So I was like, all right, well, the only reason I would stop these is if, like, mentally. And I was like, all right, I'll be fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Very good. So you would say today worked on something you needed to work on and you showed up. You did pretty well.
Yeah, much better than last time I did this. Like Saturday I had this. I got capped every round.
I see.
So you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
I just happened to have a good day today.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me. It was an eye-opening workout.
Thanks for suffering.
Yeah, it was suffering indeed, but it was good. All right, Coach. Thanks for joining me today.
Oh.
We'll do this again sometime.
Let's do it.